We are on a killer camp spot right here on the Mulberry River. Completely shocked that we found this place. We have been looking for hours, and with it being Memorial Day weekend, it's just been crazy crowded and every spot was taken. A few days ago, my buddy Jeff messaged me, said that they were gonna be out. They're coming down from Missouri and said that they were gonna be out here. We didn't work out a way to coordinate a spot, but I end up going to this one last place, and Jeff and his whole crew are here and invite us to stay with them. So it's just absolutely perfect. Crazy, weird coincidence, but it's absolutely perfect. Normally I try to avoid weekends like this coming into the National Forest because this is when it brings out everybody and kind of some of the rowdy crowd. But it's been great so far. Lots of people, but everybody's having a good time, and for the most part seem to be being responsible. So that's great. We're glad you guys are with us.
Oh, I ain't gonna live like this no more. Most of my life's been waging war. Till I found peace, I could've swore. What she did shook me to the core, and I ain't gonna live like that no more.
In the South, Memorial Day is like a soft opening for the 4th of July. It's all the burgers, brats, and beer with none of the explosions. This particular holiday always brings out the two-timers, the term I've affectionately given those that only camp twice a year and know nothing about packing out their own trash. I've got mixed feelings about it, to be honest. One part of me is glad that people are getting out, enjoying the outdoors, and taking in some of the beautiful natural areas we have access to in this state. But another part of me just wishes they'd stay in their malls, theaters, homes, places where the trash finds the dump and the belligerents the bars. I can't fix everybody, so I just teach my kids to be the change we want to see. I think a lot of times when we immerse ourselves in the history of our holidays, we can steer a new behavior in our hearts and minds. When you better understand what we celebrate, there's a reverence that can buzz inside of you. I've always been one that finds education and access more behavior modifying than silence. So, as you watch this now on the other side of Memorial Day, I'd like to pose a question. What honors the memory of our fallen vets more? Respecting and caring for the land they fought for, or not? After the Civil War, the Confederates set the last Monday in May as a day to remember their fallen brothers and sisters. Women decorated the graves of Southern soldiers. Men took the day off from work to be with their families. It was a day to honor those who served and died. The interesting thing about the holiday's origin to me is that it was originally a Confederate holiday. So why do we in the United States still recognize this today? The answer is actually quite inspirational. In Columbus, Georgia, a small group of women headed to the cemetery to decorate the graves of the Confederate soldiers, as was typical. Only this time, in May 1866, they decided to take it a step further and decorate the graves of Union soldiers as well. Newspapers across the country picked up the story and ran with it. People were moved by the women's act of honor and unity. One paper wrote, "The action of the ladies on this occasion, in burying whatever animosities or ill feeling may have been engendered in the late war towards those who fought against them, is worthy of all praise and commendation." Another paper wrote, "The act was as beautiful as it was unselfish, and will be appreciated in the North." Soon, a Northern judge, academic, and poet by the name of Francis Miles Finch wrote a poem titled "The Blue and the Gray." One line in it carried a particular charge. "They banish our anger forever when they laurel the graves of our dead." It's a powerful thing to consider. Would we even have this holiday today if this group of women didn't bury the hatchet? Their simple act of respect and humility helped our country heal. I think it's an idea worth spending some time on. Worst case, we walk away unchanged with a bit more historical knowledge. Best case, we find ourselves with a few less hills to die on, more empathy, unity, respect for each other and the land.
This has just been a perfect weekend, getting out here and seeing all the beautiful things that Arkansas has to offer. It's a great state. Love living here, and love getting the Conqueror out there. Let me allow my buddy and his son from Chicago to come down and comfortably stay with us. So it's a great rig. Check them out. If you're looking for another video to watch, I'd encourage you to check out this one right here. This is the first video that we did on the Conqueror, and you can kind of get a taste for our first trip out with that. We took a 2-year-old with us, so check it out if you haven't seen it. Thanks so much for watching. Remember, the more you camp, the less deer the aliens abduct.